difference. But I think the first thing to understand before we try the product is just know the potential and why people seek out the Dead Sea products, right? So the first thing to understand is what makes the Dead Sea so amazing and so unique. And for those of us who, we all know, right, the Dead Sea, it's dead, nothing lives in there. However, exactly geographically where it's located, it's right between Israel and Jordan. It's what separates the two countries. And the Dead Sea, it's the lowest place on earth. It's over 1,300 feet below sea level, and because it's so deep in the earth, there's just a lot of minerals. There's 21 minerals to be exact. 12 of these you don't find anywhere else in any other body of water. So that's the reason that people that have skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, skin cancer, they'll travel from all over the world to the Dead Sea to really just soak in the water and put the mud all over their bodies and just have, their bodies absorb all the minerals and everything that's found there. But what gets us so excited is, before there ever was, Lancome and Botox and facelifts and all these things that we see today, the Dead Sea existed. And Cleopatra, we've all heard of Cleopatra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What is she known for?
Beauty.
For her beauty, right? For just her skin. And she wrote everywhere that the Dead Sea was her source of rejuvenation and beauty. So she would travel from Egypt all the way to the Dead Sea, and she built what we would consider today one of the first forms of spas, right? She would set things up out on the shores of the Dead Sea and really just soak there. So it's pretty neat, It's the oldest, most natural spa on Earth. And as you see there, those are different pictures of the Dead Sea. All that white that looks like sand, it's not sand, it's salt. Okay, there's little salt bluffs everywhere where you can step on and people just go and grab the salt. And about 33% of the actual Dead Sea is salt. So it's 10 times saltier than the Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake out here in Utah. And because it's so salty, even if you try to drown, it's not going to happen. You just float. You could be in any position,
wow,
literally, and you just float. So, people have a lot of fun and, go over there. And you'll see all types of crazy stuff on the internet.